When your cat puts their paw on you, do you actually know what they're trying to say? Yes, it's adorable. But behind that sweetness, there's something deeper that most people miss. It's one of the most emotionally loaded things your cat can do. And if you respond the wrong way, which most owners do, you might quietly break the trust they were trying to offer. Before we get into it, think about your own cat for a second. Picture the last time they did this to you. Were you eating? Were you on your phone? Were you half asleep on the couch? Hold that image in your head, because by the end of this video, you're going to understand exactly what was going on in their mind in that exact moment. And trust me, it's not what most people assume. Let's start with what that paw really means. 1. They need something but refuse to beg. Ever notice your cat gently placing their paw on you while you're eating, working, or just sitting on the couch? Here's what's happening. Your cat wants something. But unlike dogs, who whine, bark, or shove their face into yours, cats have a completely different approach. They tap. This soft paw touch is their version of saying, "Excuse me." It's polite, it's controlled, and it's shockingly intentional. Here's why this matters. Cats didn't evolve to communicate with humans through meowing the way you might think. That high-pitched, almost kitten-like meow your adult cat uses on you, that's actually a behaviour they developed almost exclusively for us. In the wild, adult cats rarely meow at each other. Two grown cats crossing paths in a field aren't chatting away. Meowing is something they learned works on humans specifically, because we respond to it the same way we respond to a crying baby. But the paw touch is different. It's borrowed from how cats interact with other cats. Kittens use their paws on littermates to get attention without starting a fight. Mother cats get a gentle paw from their kittens when they want to nurse or be groomed. It's a low-pressure signal that says, "I'm here, I need something, but I'm not demanding it." It's built into their social language from birth, long before they ever meet a human. And what makes this even more fascinating is why they chose you to ask. Cats don't tap just anyone. If your cat is putting their paw on you instead of meowing non-stop, or knocking things off the counter, it means they trust you to respond without them having to escalate. Think about that. A cat who didn't trust you would skip the polite version entirely and go straight to the dramatic version. The loud meowing at 6 a.m, the swatting at your coffee cup, the staring contest from across the room. The paw tap is the version reserved for someone they believe will actually listen. But here's the part most people miss. This gentle tap, it's not just about food or attention. Sometimes it's the first sign of something far deeper. A level of trust so rare that most owners don't even realise when it's happening. We'll get to that one at the end, and honestly, it might change the way you see your cat forever. 2. They're claiming you as their property. Have you ever wondered why your cat doesn't just rub against you if they want affection? Why the paw specifically? Here's something most owners have no idea about. Your cat has scent glands in their paw pads, and when they press that paw against your skin, your arm, your face, your leg, they're not just touching you, they're marking you. This is territory behaviour, but not in the aggressive sense. It's actually the opposite. Your cat is saying, "This one's mine," in the most intimate way they know how. They're leaving invisible chemical signals on you that tell other animals, and even other cats, that you belong to them. You can't smell it, you'll never notice it happening. But to another cat walking into your house, you are already claimed property before you even open your mouth to say hello. Think about that for a second. When your cat gently places their paw on you, they're performing a tiny ritual of ownership. You're not just their caretaker, you're their person, and they want the world to know it. What makes this even more powerful is that cats are selective about what they mark. They don't claim just anything. They mark the things that matter to them, their favourite sleeping spot. The corner of the couch they've decided is theirs, the doorframe they walk past every day, and you. Notice how they don't paw at random furniture or at strangers who visit. The marking is reserved for what they consider truly theirs. So the next time that little paw lands on your arm, remember, you've just been chosen. Officially. Not adopted. Not tolerated. Chosen. And hey, if this is making sense to you, take a second to hit like and subscribe. It helps us reach more cat lovers who actually want to understand what their cat is trying to tell them. 3. They're checking if you're still breathing. Ever been napping on the couch and suddenly felt a paw pressing into your face or chest? Maybe you thought your cat was being annoying. Maybe you assumed they just wanted food. But what if I told you they were checking to see if you were still alive? This sounds dramatic, but it's real. Cats are hyper-aware of movement and breathing patterns. It's part of how they survived for thousands of years as both predator and prey. When you're asleep or completely still for a while, you stop giving off the usual signals they rely on. No talking, no shifting around, no familiar rhythm of movement. To your cat, something feels off, so they investigate. That paw on your chest, they're feeling for the rise and fall of your breath. That tap on your face, they're looking for a reaction, any sign that you're okay. Some cats will even sit and stare at your face for several seconds before they tap, almost like they're studying you first, watching for the smallest twitch, before deciding whether to make contact. Researchers who study animal behaviour call this a wellness check, and it's not random. Cats typically only do this with the people they're most bonded to. They're not checking on strangers or guests sleeping on your couch. They're checking on you, the one who feeds them, the one who pets them, the one they've chosen. It's worth mentioning that this behaviour often shows up more in cats who have been through some kind of loss. A previous owner who passed away, another pet in the home who got sick, a household that experienced sudden change. Cats remember stillness that didn't end well. So when they tap you awake, in their own quiet way, they're making sure history doesn't repeat itself. So the next time your cat rudely wakes you up with a paw to the face, take a breath before you get frustrated. In their own quiet way, they were worried about you, and that little tap was their way of making sure you were still there. 4. They learnt this move from their mother. Why do cats use their paws to communicate in the first place? Where did they even learn this? The answer goes back to the very beginning of their life. When your cat was a tiny kitten, still blind and helpless, they relied completely on their mother, and one of the first things they learnt to do was push their paws against her while nursing. This motion, called kneading, helped stimulate milk flow. It's an instinct so deep that it's actually present before a kitten can even see or hear properly. It's one of the very first coordinated movements they ever learn. But it did something else too. It created comfort, safety, a sense that everything was okay. The rhythmic push of paw against their mother's body became tied, in their nervous system, to warmth, food and protection. The 3 things a newborn kitten needs most to survive. Now here's what's fascinating. Most cats outgrow the need to nurse for milk, but they never outgrow the emotional association. That pressing motion becomes hardwired as a self-soothing behaviour, and when your adult cat places their paw on you, they're tapping into that same ancient feeling. You've become what their mother once was, a source of safety, a place where they can let their guard down. This is why some cats will paw at you and then immediately curl up or close their eyes. The touch itself triggers relaxation. It tells their nervous system, I'm with someone I trust. It's also why you'll notice this behaviour most often right before bedtime, or right when they're settling in for a long nap on your lap. They're not just getting comfortable physically, they're recreating an emotional state that goes all the way back to being a few days old. Some cats take this even further and start kneading you with both paws, almost like they're back in that kittenhood moment entirely. If your cat does this while purring loudly, drooling slightly, or staring at you with half-closed eyes, that's about as close as a cat can get to telling you, you make me feel like I'm home. 5. They don't want you to leave them. Have you ever noticed your cat putting their paw on you right before you're about to get up? Almost like they knew what you were going to do before you did it. That's because they did. Cats are incredible readers of body language. They pick up on micro-movements most humans wouldn't even notice. The way you shift your weight, the subtle tension in your legs before you stand, the change in your breathing when you're about to move, even the way your eyes dart toward the door or the kitchen. Your cat sees all of it, and when they place their paw on you in that moment, they're making a request: stay. This isn't neediness, it's not clinginess. It's actually one of the purest forms of connection your cat can show. They've learned your patterns. They know when you're about to leave the couch, leave the bed, leave the room, and instead of just letting it happen, they reach out. What makes this so powerful is that cats are not known for expressing vulnerability. They're independent. They hide pain. They pretend they don't need anyone, even when they're sick or scared. A cat in pain will often hide, rather than ask for comfort. So when a cat actively asks you not to go, even in this tiny, silent way, it means something. It also explains why this behaviour tends to intensify around certain moments. When you're getting ready for work in the morning, when you're packing a suitcase for a trip, when you stand up after sitting with them for a long stretch. Their internal clock and their reading of your habits are sharper than most owners realise. Some cats will start this paw on you behaviour minutes before you even consciously decide to get up, simply because they picked up on a change in your breathing or your posture that you weren't even aware of yourself. 6. They're saying, "I'd risk my life for you." What if one simple gesture from your cat meant more than you ever realised? Remember earlier when I said some paw touches are signs of something deeper, a level of trust so rare that most owners never even recognise it? This is what I was talking about. When a cat places their paw on you and keeps it there, relaxed, with no tension in their body, they're doing something that goes against every survival instinct they have. They're making themselves vulnerable on purpose. Think about what a cat needs to survive. Speed, balance, the ability to launch in any direction at a moment's notice. All 4 paws on the ground means they're ready for anything. Ready to flee, ready to fight, ready to react. But when they lift one paw and rest it on you, they've just cut their escape options in half. They're telling you, I don't need to run. Not with you. In the wild, this would be dangerous. A cat caught off guard with only 3 paws grounded is a cat that might not survive an ambush. Every instinct passed down from thousands of years of evolution says, stay ready, stay balanced, stay alert. But your cat isn't thinking about survival in that moment. They're thinking about connection. This is the ultimate display of trust. Not because they're being cute, not because they want something, but because in that quiet moment, they're choosing you over their own instincts. There is genuinely no higher compliment a cat is biologically capable of giving you. A dog might show affection in a dozen loud, obvious ways. A cat strips it down to this single, quiet gesture. Because for a cat, calm vulnerability is the rarest currency they have. So if your cat does this to you, rests that paw on you and just leaves it there, completely relaxed, don't move them away. Don't laugh it off. Don't get up because you're busy. In that moment, you are being told, in the only language your cat has, that you are safe, that you are family. And that out of every person and every place in their world, you are the one they chose to be defenceless around, putting it all together. So let's recap what that little paw on your arm could actually mean. It could be a polite request, your cat asking for something without demanding it, the way only a cat would. It could be a quiet act of ownership, your cat marking you as theirs using scent glands you'll never even notice working. It could be a wellness check, your cat making sure you're still breathing, still here, still safe. It could be an echo of kittenhood, a comfort behaviour passed down from their very first days of life with their mother. It could be a request to stay, a silent please don't go built from how closely they watch you. Or, in its rarest and deepest form, it could be a complete act of trust, your cat choosing connection over their own survival instincts. The truth is, you may never know which one it is in any single moment, and that's okay. What matters is that none of these reasons are small. Every single one of them is your cat telling you something. And the next time that paw lands gently on your arm, your leg, or your face, you'll know it's not random, it's not annoying, and it's definitely not nothing. So now I want to hear from you. Which one of these surprised you the most? Drop it in the comments, because honestly, the wellness check one gets people every single time. If you made it this far, you clearly love understanding your cat on a deeper level. So go ahead and hit that subscribe button, because there's a lot more where this came from. And the next time your cat reaches out and rests that paw on you, take a second before you do anything else. Just sit with it. Because in that moment, your cat isn't asking for much. They're just asking to be close to you.